What's going on?
Okay. Again, always good to have the senator with us. Blake, how many days we have left?
4 more.
4 more days. Interesting.
Not that anyone's counting.
Nobody's counting all their Blake.
I'll tell you, interesting story this past week we had on the news. Georgia lawmakers discussing, and you'll be familiar with this because it's already passed the Senate, considering a proposal that would move the state from a 16-year-old electronic voting system to one that goes back to using paper ballots. How much would that cost the state of Georgia, and how much do you see that being passed?
I think you're going to see something like that passed. I don't think you're going to see it be straight paper. Where I think you're going to see everyone end up is still electronic voting, what you're used to going in and doing right now, with a paper trail. Something you can walk away with, a receipt of sorts that can also, a copy of the receipt be kept by the voting polling place, like the merchants keep a receipt with your credit card. So that can be audited afterwards. Or if there were a recount, et cetera. The reason you see that happening, one our machines, people forget, are 15 years old. The companies have quit keeping up with the technology, as you've seen in the past, things like Microsoft XP that's no longer being updated. The same thing with our voting machines, and that's come to the attention of the folks running for Secretary of State, et cetera. Again, I think you'll see that new system. I don't think it'll be implemented by this election by any means. But after 2020, you got to start budgeting for something that large of an expense now when you're talking tens of millions of dollars. And the state's committed to do that. They're not going to require Wayne County to buy Wayne County's machines. I think you'll see a commitment from the state to buy machines statewide, but again, with something that can be audited.
Jonathan said if you were conspiracy theories, you go to buy a pack of gum, you get a receipt, you go to vote, you don't get anything. There is no paper trail, so that was always something that, people would think about.
Yes, sir. And that's what I think you'll see us move to. I don't think it'll be all paper, but I do think there'll be a paper component.
Again, you mentioned 4 days left. I know the texting and driving has been debated. I saw it only passed the one house by 52%. So, any chance it becomes law this year?
I think it will. I think that's right now. I'm on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and we've been meeting. We've been having 4-hour marathon meetings on single bills. That's one of them, and a lot of heartbreaking stories, as you know. Surrounding that bill. I do think it's going to make it out of Senate Judiciary. If it doesn't make it out today, or Wednesday, sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up, I think it'll make it out Thursday in time for the last week. I think there'll be some changes. In fact, we've had House members who voted it out come over and ask us to make a change or two, particularly around the fine, and then also the Apple Watches. I think we may have talked about that last week, where simply having an Apple Watch would kind of make you be in violation. Well, that wasn't the intent. So that's one of the bills in judiciary. There's several others, and all of them seem to be very heated, very tense. Some of them you wouldn't think about. I think I may have mentioned to you last week the homeowners associations and the realtors were in a fight. Well, I got no short of 900 emails on that issue at all by itself. We had a committee room packed yesterday over something that folks down in District 19 probably hadn't even thought about. I might have 5 homeowners associations in all 11 counties I represent. But apparently it was a big deal up here, and enough for folks to flood us with some misinformation. So that, you got an e-filing bill in Senate Judiciary as well. Right now, if you file a lawsuit, you can still do it in paper. This would mean you have to do it online. Probably some pros and cons to that as well. Long term, that's probably where everything's moving. It's probably cheaper long term, but are we ready to do it yet? I'm on the conference committee for that, so that while we're not in session today at 11 o'clock, me and 5 other people will get down, 3 House members and 2 other senators, and try to hash that out. And then you've got the governor's initiatives, business courts, creating a whole new class of courts. How does that affect our superior courts? How do superior court judges feel about that? This would be the first time we didn't elect judges. Is that what a move we want to go to? And is it, on the Chamber of Commerce side, you hear we have to do that to stay number one in business. On just a fundamental side, is that really the move we want to make right now? So, again, a lot of issues still pending. Most of them seem to be in Senate Judiciary, so I'm having to deal with them daily.
Well, it must be a mad dash in the final 4 days. So, how many bills you see being signed by the governor and being passed into legislation this year?
Hadn't even thought about how many might be signed. I know we have 20 on the floor tomorrow. Those range from everything from fireworks, when people can shoot off fireworks or when local governments can regulate that, to government contracts. And I was interested to learn, it was interesting for me to learn that if you're a consultant helping direct a local government, a city or a county, and what they should do next, whether it be building a courthouse, building this, doing that, you don't have to disclose if you have any business relationships with any other contractors who might be working on those projects, and making that be clear. Also, at the same time, we have provisions in Georgia law that if you've never built a school, well, you can't build a school. Well, that's going to be a problem as folks who build schools retire, etc. Where's your school builder? So we're trying to change some of those things as well to make it make things more fair. We haven't even talked much this year, you and I, about the rural initiatives. There's $40 million in the budget for things in rural health care, for rural marketing, for Georgia products. There's a new economic development position dedicated solely to rural Georgia. I personally feel like we've missed the big mark, which is broadband. We've done a few things there, but that is our equalizer. That's what you're going to hear me continue to say for as long as y'all continue to send me up here. At the same time, one of the things that we're doing is preparing for next year. It seems really weird to say that now, but as you know, there's only 4 days left in session. Kind of get an idea if you think your initiative's going to make it through, or your plan, or your budget item. So you start laying the groundwork now for those things. And there's a few that still working to get through now, but we'll see if I can't. I want to make sure that I'm laying the bricks for next year.
If you just joined us, State Senator Blake Tillery on with us Tuesdays with Tillery. Again, what about the bill that changes the tipping fees for host cities that, would affect us going from $1 to $3? Talked to Blake Tillery last Wednesday. He said he didn't think Bill Werkheiser. He said he didn't think that was going to pass. So where's that stand?
Well, it got some new life yesterday, and we're strong proponents of that. I know Bill's a proponent of it as well. So we're strong proponents on the Senate side. I think you may see the House take that $3 down to $2, but they amended it onto another House bill yesterday. Senator Burt Jones, who's a good friend of mine, represents Jackson, Georgia, a little north of us, but still south of Atlanta, was able to tag that language into a House bill yesterday. So they will probably be voting it out tomorrow or Friday and sending it back to us for an agree or a disagree. So I don't think we're going to get the 3, but I do feel fairly confident that we're going to get it from 1 to 2.
Okay. Anything, like I said, we ask all the time, the governor's last hurrah. Is he pushing anything in particular?
Things have to do with these legal initiatives I talked about from business courts. He seems big on that. One is sovereign immunity. Folks don't realize that if the state of Georgia was breaking the law, there was actually a Supreme Court of Georgia case on point that said the state's sovereign. You can't sue the state about that. Of course, you ought to be able to. Trying to fix that. Again, that's one of the other things we got stuck in judiciary to figure out this week. And those are his big things. The focus on business, as it has been for most of his tenure.
Senator Tillery, when a major storm comes through like last night that got thousands of Georgians out of power and damage, does the Weather Service keep y'all as representatives and senators update, or y'all just get that information on your own?
I was watching WSB Channel 2 just like you. Well, I guess y'all watching something different. So I'm still stuck up here. But I was watching the news just like everyone else, and it was a major storm. Actually, I was kept informed a little bit better when I was chairman of the county commission, to be honest with you.
Okay, I just wanted to check and see. Senator Blake Tillery on the phone with us this morning under the Gold Dome there in Atlanta. They got 4 more days. Now, you will be back with us next Tuesday morning. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Next Tuesday morning will be day 39, so you'll get to hear me, if you can hear me, pulling my hair out on the radio with you then, because that's when the stress really starts, day 39 and 40.
Okay, then you can get back to get back to lawyering, right?
I'm ready. I'm ready
All right.
to come see you.
Bob?
I'm already looking forward to Eggs and Issues.
Okay, Bob, anything else?
Like I said, appreciate you. Before Eggs and Issues, they'll have the post-legislative forum. I know they have that scheduled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I guess that's not Eggs and Issues.
No, the post-forum. They'll have the post-legislative forum. They'll have that set up when the session gets over with to have y'all come
I think
recap.
we already got a date on it. I think we set a date last week. The folks at the chamber are on the ball.
There you go. Okay, always good talking to you. Appreciate you tuning in with us on every Tuesday.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.
Okay, take care. All right, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. And Senator Blake Tillery there live from Atlanta. And as he mentioned, he will be back on with us next Tuesday morning for day 39. And, of course, they go for 40 session days stretched out over, almost 3 months, Bob.
Long time up there.
Yeah, just almost 3 months there. A lot of days are just work days in the committees, hammering out the bills. I guess that would be pretty good news for Wayne County if the tipping fee does go double from 1 to 2. Not as good as 3, but better than nothing.
Double. Like I said, I'm sure they'll take whatever they can get.
Yeah, take whatever they can get. Double's better than nothing. And it'll be interesting to talk to State Representative Bill Werkheiser tomorrow about his thoughts and opinions on that. And because Senator Tillery there just said he's pretty confident that it'll go from 1 to 2. But we'll see. You never can tell when those things get passed from one house to the other and sent back and things of that sort.
Plus, you got to get the governor's signature.
Then you got to get the governor's signature. That's right. You got 3 different bodies basically that have to agree on it: the House, the Senate, and the governor's office with the governor. Yeah. So no baseball yesterday. Are they scheduled to play today?
At the moment they are, but forecast doesn't look very good. So
it looks worse today than it did yesterday.
I'll see how they're going to get it in, but the coach down there says they're trying to hold on and see what happens, but forecast looks bad. Like I said, Donnie Ray sent us the advisory this morning. We had that for you. Possible tornadoes in this area, hail. Saw the hail damaged it in some areas, and some people's cars were totally destroyed.
Where was that at?
North Georgia.
North Georgia, okay.
But again, Donnie Ray sent us the advisory, so we had that on the local news.
Right.
But
supposed to have clear skies tonight. Basically, after midday, the weather's supposed to get better. And as I mentioned yesterday, as a front comes in, you get a lot of wind. As a front goes out, you get a lot of wind. So today is going to become very breezy as the day goes along. And then tonight, low of 46 and breezy. So, it'll feel like it's about, 38 to 40 degrees outside tonight because of all the wind, even though the low tonight is supposed to be 46. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine with a high of 64. Bob?
The forecast says could see severe thunderstorms possible late morning through the late afternoon. The storms could bring damaging winds, hail, and a few tornadoes possible. So, again, that's the advisory for this area, for all of southeast Georgia and all of northern Florida. So,
okay.
I just want to pass it along. I just want to remind everybody, we had the people in from the Kiwanis Club last week. Again, that pancake supper is set for this coming Thursday night. And again, they're going to have a silent auction at the event. Entertainment by the Martha Buck Middle School Jazz Band. You can go by, pick one up, or you can eat it there. Again, it's from 5 to 7:30 at Epworth Methodist Church this Thursday. The Kiwanis Supper, again, annual event, but different events taking place. Again, the music's in addition, also the silent auctions in addition. So go by and support the Kiwanis Club this Thursday at Epworth United Methodist Church with that pancake supper.
Okay. Do want to let everyone know around 8:40 this morning, around 8:40, we're going to be giving away some free passes to Wild Adventures' new event this year called Big Boy Toy Show, in which they'll have big toys that'll be rolling into Wild Adventures for Thursday through this weekend. It's a 4-day mega event celebrating the great outdoors and the vehicle that takes us there. Wild Adventures has teamed up with exhibitors throughout the region to showcase the very best in ATVs, UTVs, boats, motorhomes, campers, and much, much more. So, Big Boy Toys event Thursday through Sunday at Wild Adventures in Valdosta. And we're going to be giving away some free passes, some free tickets right around 8:40 this morning. And so get ready to win those so you can go over there and see all those fun stuff. That is fun stuff, Bob. Boats, campers, ATVs, UTVs, all that kind of stuff. People love those things. Absolutely love those things. And we'll give away free passes so one can use on any day from Thursday through Sunday over there at Wild Adventures. Matter of fact, we'll be giving away passes to Wild Adventures to different events throughout the season. So keep it tuned in to 105.5 FM for your chance to win. And also this morning, hopefully around 8:50, I'll have the opportunity to give away some more tickets to the Southern Women's Show that'll be held in Savannah this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the International Trade and Convention Center. We'll give away some tickets to that around 8:50, but around 8:40, we'll give away some free passes to Wild Adventures. Love giving away stuff, Bob. People love that kind of stuff.
People love to win prizes, that's for sure.
They sure do. All right, and so the NCAA basketball tournament, when does it kick back up again?
Thursday through Sunday.
Okay, is this like the Sweet 16?
Sweet 16. They'll have it down to the Final Four by Sunday night.
Okay. All right. Any of the top seeds still left? Are they all left, except for Virginia?
No, just Villanova and Kansas.
Just two of them, huh?
2 1 seeds left.
Okay.
Couple 2 seeds left. Duke's still in it, so...
Kansas seems to be up there a lot, but they never seem to get to that threshold, do they? It's been a long time. I can't even remember the last time they won a national championship. They're always up there, just never can seem to be the ones cutting down the net the final night.
It's wide open, that's for sure. It's going to be fun to watch.
Well, who's your favorite right now?
Like I said, it's hard to go against Villanova. I mean, they look like the best team in the tournament, but I'm not a big Villanova fan, so... I want to kind of Kentucky up.
Why aren't you a big Villanova fan? I mean, what have they ever done against you, Bob?
Nothing. I'm just not a fan. Just doesn't do much for me.
Where are they even located,
Somewhere up east.
Up northeast area somewhere, huh? One of the northeast schools, huh?
But just watching the games this weekend, I mean, Villanova and Duke look like the 2 most impressive teams. I mean, but Kentucky's got a pretty easy venue all the way to the Final Four, and once they get to the Final Four with Calipari and those talented athletes, they could possibly win it easily. So it's wide open. But
does he have a bunch of those young freshmen still in there as usual?
It's one and done every time. So,
they always talk about all these kids that one and done and things of this sort, and they move on from college to pro. But there's thousands of colleges out there, but there's only just a few NBA teams comparatively, and so you can't have a whole bunch of them go one and done because, do you have that many openings on an NBA team every single year?
And they all seem to get drafted every year.
And what do they do with them? It's not like they put them in the minors like baseball does.
And watches 4 of his 5 players get drafted. So,
where do they all go? Does that many NBA players get let go every year? I mean, what do you have, 15 or something like that on the NBA team?
I don't know, but I said that's what they do on one and done. They go to college 1 year and they go straight to the NBA. So, but unfortunately, a lot of them don't make it. And then what do they do after that? That's the story you don't hear.
Yeah, what happens after that? Even if they're guaranteed X amount of money, if they haven't earned it, usually people blow it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Still haven't heard if that $250,000 scratch-off winner here in Jessup has come forward. I haven't received anything on it. Have you received any news release on it in any type of way?
Everybody was asking that yesterday. I said it's probably somebody drove through town and picked one up.
Yeah.
Probably don't even realize they won it.
Well, sooner or later, we've got to find out. The Georgia Lottery will send out to the media the person's name. They already said, where it was purchased, which was Flash Foods on North First Street here in Jessup. And, we'll see what happens because the Georgia Lottery likes to say who won because that gives them more publicity. The more publicity they have, the more people go buy tickets. Or scratch-off, which this was a scratch-off, Bob.
$2 ticket.
$2 ticket, and you win. That's a pretty good return on your investment, isn't it?
Pretty good. Wasn't me, I promise you.
It wasn't me either.
It was me, I'd let you know. I'd be yelling and screaming.
You'd be yelling and screaming. Everybody know around town Bob Morgan won it, huh?
I'd be dancing down Cherry Street.
Yes, sirree. Now, there's a side everybody like to see, Bob.
I want to keep no
It'd be on YouTube in a heartbeat.
What's the secret? I mean, I'd let everybody know.
I mean, it's not like you won, $150 million to $500 million where you got to get with the tax attorneys and accountants and lawyers and stuff like that to be able to protect yourself and your money. I mean, this, $250,000 is a lot of money. There's no doubt about that. But it's not hundreds of millions of dollars. So it could be a person that got it and forgot it.
That's true.
I mean, that's happened many times before. People get it and just forget.
I don't think you forget that on a $2 scratch off. I don't think you forget your.
I wouldn't think you would. No.
But
so many people are.
There's a good chance somebody traveling through picked it up and just doesn't live here. So that's the possibility that most people talked about last night. So you would think if it was a local person, we'd already know who it is, but it's probably somebody that was passing through and just purchased a ticket.
Yeah. No, we'll see what happens as soon as the Georgia Lottery finds out who the winner is. They'll send the press release to us, and we will put it on radio. Let folks know who that lucky person is. A lot of times when you win that kind of money, and I know that some states have this, Georgia doesn't, but I know they're looking at it, that if you are a big winner, and I'm not sure what the threshold will be in terms of what they consider a big winner, you will be able to keep your name private. Right now in the state of Georgia and other states, you can't. You have to announce who the person is, but when a person wins hundreds of millions of dollars, sometimes it is better for them to be able to keep that private so they're not trying to be scammed, relatives coming out of the woodwork, friends trying to borrow money from them, people trying to get them to invest in this, that, and the other and all that.
5th and 6th cousins show up.
Oh, yeah. You got real. I didn't even know you were a cousin. I ain't never seen you at the family reunions. Oh, and then, your elementary buddies that you had as elementary friends that you hadn't seen in 40 years. Hey Joe, how you doing?
Charles Barkley was talking about that today on TNT. He said he doesn't loan anybody any money. He said they know not to call him. He said his relatives know not to call him for any money.
Don't call for money because you don't want that situation where they owe you and it changes your relationship with them, right?
He doesn't give them a dime. So
doesn't give them a dime. Don't loan it to them.
That's what he said. He said, don't call me.
Don't call me. That's what banks are for, huh?
Yes, says he's not giving any of his relatives any of his money. That's what he said.
Oh, boy. Somebody just texted in. Remember, folks, you have questions or comments during the world-famous Butch and Bob show or any other time, you can text them in at our regular business line, 427-3711. Out of the county, 912-427-3711. The text will pop right up here on the computer screen in front of me, and I'll be able to read it here. Somebody wants to know, I know we discussed this a moment ago, but apparently they just tuned in, Bob. Are the Jackets playing today once again?
It's a wait-and-see mode. Like I said, the coach wants to try to get it in today at his place, but I said the forecast doesn't look good, but I'm sure they'll make that decision before they leave. Buster said to leave at 2:20, so they'll know something before then. Probably know about 12 noon like yesterday.
Yeah.
But, I would think their fields and
it's quite what kind of condition the field's in, because by the time that 6 o'clock gets here, the weather should be pretty decent. It's just going to be very breezy. Where's the game supposed to be played? Guyton. Okay.
Maybe it didn't rain in Guyton. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
I just talked to Coach McDonald this morning. He said he talked to the coach early this morning. Coach still wants to schedule it for today at this time, but it could change by later today.
I think a lot of it has to do with the field conditions.
Have an update on our 12:20 sportscast.
Okay. Because tonight's supposed to be clear skies, cold and breezy. Cooler and breezy. Let's just say cool, because mid-40s, but the wind chill factor will make it feel lower than that because it'll be very breezy tonight. But throughout the day, up until, from now until mid-afternoon, we could have some severe weather. It's a chance of it, 50% chance.
But we'll get this out there now. If it does get canceled today, the game scheduled for tomorrow in Jessup will move to Guyton on Wednesday. They'll move the game from Wednesday to Thursday at home, and then we'll go back to Guyton on Friday. So if it gets rained out today, that's going to be the schedule. Even though the schedule says the Wednesday game's at home, it's rained out today. The Wednesday game, the first game will be at Guyton. Second game on Thursday will be in Jessup. Third game Friday will be in Guyton. So
a 3-game?
3-game set.
Set against Guyton.
3-game set against South Effingham.
Oh, South Effingham. That's
games,
right, South Effingham.
All the region games are 3-game sets.
Oh, they are? Wow.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay, so 3-game series against our region opponent. And would you consider them our most toughest challenge in our region?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, because they usually are.
They're a pretty good baseball program. Talking to Murray Poole Friday night on the air, if you got to hear his interview, they played Glen Academy. Glen Academy's lost one game all season. That was to South Effingham. So South Effingham's got a pretty good baseball team, which they normally do. But always tough to beat them down there too. So, but like I said, if it gets rained out today, since they have 2 of the 3 games at their ballpark, they want the first game and the third game at their ballpark. So, again, if it gets rained out today, just keep in mind that the schedule says Wednesday at home. It'll change to Thursday at home, and Wednesday will be on the road if it rains out today.
Okay, so just keep it tuned in to 105.5 FM. Bob Morgan will keep you updated to that on our noon sports today, which will, I don't know, it's around 12:30 or so.
12:30, 12:35.
Somewhere in that area, or right after local news. Once again, I want to remind everybody about the community-wide Easter egg hunt that will be held on the grounds of Unity Church of God on Sunset Boulevard across from Bill Morris Park. It's the annual Unity Church of God and WLOP, WYFO Easter egg hunt. It's a community-wide Easter egg hunt and fun day. Because Easter egg hunt just doesn't say it, Bob. It's also a fun day. We'll have bounce houses set up, all kinds of other entertainment and fun for the kids, free food for everyone, thousands and thousands and thousands of plastic eggs with candy and prizes inside. Grand prize eggs will be put out there. We'll put eggs out with money inside of it. It's all coming up on March 31st. It's a community-wide Easter egg hunt. It's for the entire community. We just happened to hold it on the campus there of Unity Church of God there on Sunset Boulevard across from Bill Morris Park. Is put on in conjunction with Unity Church of God and here at WYFO Big Dog Country 105.5 FM and our sister station WLOP 1370 AM. The Buzz be for ages 2 through 12, 4 different age groups so the kids can hunt and their age appropriate group there. It starts at 10 a.m. and goes to 1 or 2 p.m. It's always a lot of fun, Bob.
Yep. Kids enjoy it.
So put it on your calendar.
A lot of eggs.
A lot of them. Yeah. So a lot of them. So it's going to be the annual Easter egg hunt and fun day, community-wide Easter egg hunt and fun day, March 31st, Saturday, the day before Easter, there at Unity Church of God. And we'll have some folks from Unity on this week to talk more about some of the specifics that they've lined up since last week they were on. Well, Bob, we're just about out of time here. Anything else on your mind this morning?
I just want to remind everybody about the ceremony in Scriven today at 10 o'clock. So
and that ceremony is what now?
They're memorializing this Royal Day in the city of Scriven.
Okay. And so they're having that memorial today at 10 a.m., special an honor for Bill Royal, and they'll have that in Scriven today at 10 a.m. Is that going to be held at City Hall? Or?
At the park. Next to City Hall. If it rains, they'll move it inside the City Hall.
Okay, sounds good, Bob. All right, take care. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Murphy Builder Supply. Murphy Builder Supply located right here there on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup, right down from the big red caboose. 105.5 FM in Jessup, WIFO. And coming up in just a couple of moments, we're going to have the latest news from Fox News Radio. We'll have the latest news from Fox. And then after that, we'll have some more interesting programming for you. We're going to talk about some internet stuff this morning. And then we're going to have a giveaway right around 8:40. We're going to give away some free passes to Wild Adventures that you can use this Thursday through Sunday for the Big Boy Toy Show at Wild Adventures, a 4-day mega event at Wild Adventures, celebrating the great outdoors and the vehicle that take us there. Wild Adventures has teamed up with exhibitors throughout the region to showcase the very best in ATVs, UTVs, boats, campers, motorhomes, and more. Thursday through Sunday. And we'll give away some free passes that you can use either one of those 4 days. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. And, of course, you'll be in the park, so you can do all the park stuff, too. So it's just not seeing the show. It's admission to the park. 8:30, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. Let's check in with the latest news from Fox News Radio. It is 8:30.